La 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 la.
Hello, Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel here in beautiful Hawaii. Back with another in my series of A to Z reactions based on the compilation of Angelina Jordan songs that Rusty Shackleford put together. This is Natural Woman, and I'm kind of going to compare this with several other covers to kind of illustrate what makes her style of doing covers so great. One of the main things that defines her greatness. But speaking of her greatness, I've kind of come to the conclusion that really the best evidence for it is the way that she makes people respond to her. It's a uniquely strong response that other singers have. There's many singers who are more popular in the sense of more people say that they like them. There's singers who have more awards, all of those kinds of things. But one thing that really is unique about Angelina Jordan is when you look at comments, and I've read comments about other singers too, and they'll say, oh, she's my favorite singer, she's great. But they don't say, oh, she totally transformed my life, or I never listen to anybody else now, or I used to listen to heavy metal and now I listen to her almost exclusively. I started a podcast because of her. Those kind of extreme things that indicate that there's something deeper at work. So I'm going to kind of try to illustrate that, at least most of the time in doing these videos, with a YouTube commentary about her that kind of shows that. So today's is by Bill Michaeloff. This is in response to one of my videos about her. And he says, in a nutshell, she saved my life. She made me buy a piano. I listened to her exclusively for over 5 years. She has me donating thousands of dollars to help children through an Angelina Reactors charity podcast. She has me now working on a script for a play or several to demonstrate the effect she has on people. And I suspect she has me renaming my sailboat. She is music, and she is every bit as good as we feel she is. So I don't think you're going to find many other singers who are going to have at least that many people talking about that extreme of a change in their life. Okay, but now on to the reaction here. So when Aretha Franklin passed away about 4 years ago, a lot of people came out with covers of her famous song "A Natural Woman," kind of as paying tribute to her. And I just want to go over some of the differences with the way she approached it and the way others approach it. Now, the one way to approach a cover is, let's start out here with the cover that I think is the worst one here. Here is a singer who's kind of trying to, I can outdo Whitney Houston. I mean, not Whitney Houston. I can outdo Aretha Franklin. So let's just listen to a little bit of this.
'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman.
Now, she did have that little bit of nice throatiness in her voice at the end there, but that's very theatrical, and also her voice sounds a lot harsher than Aretha Franklin, a lot less soulful. But that's like a typical thing that a lot of people do, especially, contestants on shows like The Voice. So that's one way that's not as good as Angelina Jordan's way. Now, another way is, here's somebody who's doing it in a lot more soulful way. Jade Nova. I don't know much about the singer, but this is a much more jazzy, more familiar, more reminiscent of the way that Angelina Jordan handles a lot of covers. Let's listen to this.
And when I knew I had to face another day, it made me feel so tired.
Okay, so there, I hope that there's some background sounds here. I hope that microphone isn't picking them up too much. But so this is somebody who, is doing these jazz improvisations like Angelina Jordan does, but it doesn't really suit the song or the occasion that well. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Christina Aguilera. Did you have to do that much of a run there? Um, I do like it better than the other singer because I think she has a better voice, and I do like how a jazz singing style can play around with the basic melody. But this is something that Angelina Jordan does so well. It's like fitting what she's doing to the song rather than trying to showcase things she can do. So I'm going to go to one other cover, but first let's go to Angelina's.
Looking out on the morning rain.
Well, of course, just the vocal quality is so gorgeous.
So uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired.
Now she's being very, very quiet here. She's not doing a lot of runs or anything. And let's think of the circumstance here. This is a tribute to Aretha Franklin, shortly after she passed. So, it's contemplative, sad, and I think that really suits, you know, what her doing this cover is about. It's a tribute to Aretha Franklin, and it certainly doesn't hurt that her voice is very lovely, but she's not doing a lot of these more powerful, attention-grabbing things that she could do, and that makes it better.
Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind.
Okay, so before she gets into that chorus part, let's do one other one. Ariana Grande, I think, is one of the pop singers out there, contemporary pop singers out there today. I think she has one of the nicest voices, and I definitely like her more than most of the pop singers out there. Although she does too much sexualized stuff, that might be partly her label instructing her to do that. But here she's doing an approach that is very nice. It's just trying to follow Aretha Franklin as closely as possible. So if you're following Aretha Franklin's original as closely as possible and you have a nice voice, it can sound really nice. So let's listen to a little bit of this.
Before the day I met you, life was so
Kind of that soulful sound like Aretha has.
You're the key to my peace of mind. Say you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman.
So that sounds lovely. That's my favorite of these other covers. But it's too much just imitating Aretha Franklin, I think. That can sound really nice, but why not just listen to the real thing then? Now let's go back to Angelina's, and we'll just go to the end of this. Now she's going to do the chorus in a totally different way that I think really, again, is more appropriate to what she's trying to do with this, pay tribute with this legend who has just passed.
You make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman.
So just dropping it down like that. Well, of course, her lower register has always been really lovely. But again, suiting the occasion. This is the passing of Aretha Franklin. So the line is, "You make me feel." Well, I think going down deep like that is really expressing that feeling of sadness more than imitating the normal way that it goes. So that's part of the genius of Angelina Jordan, is that it's about the song. It's not about the singing. It's also about the circumstances surrounding the song. So I'm going to pay tribute to a great artist who has passed, and I'm feeling mournful about it. So that's going to be reflected in how I sing the song. I'm not going to be showing off my pipes. I'm just going to be making this song a beautiful, loving memory of Angelina Jordan, and of Aretha Franklin, and showing you how I feel, and hopefully passing on that feeling to you. Okay, let's just do the rest, go through to the rest, and there's one other thing I'm going to say at the end.
When my soul was in the lost and found, you came along to claim it. I didn't know just what was wrong with me.
Less is more, less is more. Does that a lot.
Help me name it. Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. And if I make you happy, I don't need to do more. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Oh baby, what you done to me.
To the tenderness
You
of that
make
part.
me feel so good inside, and I just wanna be close to you. You make me feel so alive. You make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman.
Now you see, one last thing here is, if I show the bar of like time remaining, there's actually about 10 seconds remaining on this, but she kind of cut off her last word there, and then she leaves just 10 seconds of black. Again, that's, somebody's life ending too soon. No, I think it's definitely, intentional. And it's too bad these overlays come on. By the way, there is a way to not have those overlays on. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, just that little touch at the end of 10 seconds of black, and just kind of cutting off the tail end of the last phrase. Just another example of, it's about the song. It's about the feelings expressed in the song. It's about how she feels about what she's singing. And so this is a lot less of sophisticated techniques than she has in other songs. It's very quiet. It's mainly just it's the combination of, she's singing it in the way it should be sung for that occasion, and that combined, of course, with her just unmatched beauty of her tone. So yes, I think that Ariana Grande's version is lovely, but it's just kind of like a copy of Aretha Franklin. This is a true tribute. So just another example of the genius of Angelina Jordan. All right, this has been Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel here in beautiful Hawaii. Aloha.